Hello everybody, it is Soviet Siren here, and today we are going to be talking in the Red League about basic economies. Now, what is basic economy? Basic economy is capitalism, communism, and socialism. Now, of course, these are all in different categories, and you may have heard of Marxism, you may have heard of Maoism, you may have heard of extreme capitalism or Nazism, but we'll get into all that stuff later, right? Right now, we're just going to focus on communism, capitalism, and socialism. Alright, so we'll start with capitalism. Capitalism is basically where you keep what you earn entirely. There's no taxes unless you choose to give money to the government. And, and lower classes die off. Which is sad because, they're people, but, not every economy is great. We live in a society called tethered capitalism, which is basically where we create welfare, we create different things like social policy, we create abilities to take out loans and to help the needy, So that's a bit different. We allow people not to die to economic poverty. Next up, we have socialism, which is a form of capitalism, I guess, if you call it. However, it's kind of like tethered capitalism, but a bit more extreme. So if you could imagine this. Imagine it being that when you work, whenever you work, right, you get paid money. Now, taxes are around 80% at this point, right? So it's a big leap, I get it. But that, about 60% goes to people who need it, right? But mainly, that's a lot of money, actually. So now you have poor people receiving money, and you're becoming poor, which kind of doesn't work. So, it's, yeah. So, yeah. Eventually people will stop working because they realize, hey, if I'm just gonna get free stuff from the government, why do I need to work? So, yeah. Now, this is besides the fact that, most socialist countries have the best education for their country and the best, the highest on the happiness index or whatever. But, it's not all bad. There are some good parts to it. Now, hold up. Cut the music. Cut the music now, please. Okay, so this next one is kind of brutal to some people. So, I guess viewer discretion is advised. Next up, we have communism. Communism is, it depends on how you look at it. So, communism is, basically the spread of all wealth. So, if you can picture this, right? Let's say one person is making $4 an hour, and one person is making $6. They both come home with around, $12, and the other guy comes home with $8, right? So now, both of you, right, because of the government, you'll put it all into, a collective, all the taxes taxes are basically at 100%. Then what'll happen is that, the government spreads it all evenly. So it'll be, $10. You'll both get $10 now. So, everyone gets the same amount of money. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter if you work or not, doesn't matter if you're poor, rich, or whatever. Now, the problem with communism is that eventually the countries will start to fail. So what will happen by this is that people will start to get mad that they're so poor. Take Panama, for example. They were a very, very poor country, and always really have been. However, what happened was that communism kind of overtook it from Cuba, and so everyone was so poor that they actually had to commit genocide on their people in order to create more wealth around the entire country. So then America kicks in and says, wait, no, you can't do this, and then they slaughter Panama and make a canal. The end.